Hello.
Are we starting right now?
I think we're starting.
Oh, cool. Wow.
Thanks for coming on the show, bro.
Cool. Thanks for having
Really
me, man.
appreciate it. You know, I really like your content, like the Cougar boys and stuff. It's fucking crack on, man.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, I think I was year 9, year 10 when I first heard about
Man, you
it.
make me feel old.
It is like, I was like so young and me and my mates just saw your videos.
And you're out of school, bro. No.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
I finished last year.
No way.
It's fucking
Did
ages.
you start high school and then finish and we're having this conversation?
I
Oh
know,
my
it's
God.
been long, eh? Well, you guys been, how long have you guys doing
It's
it?
been 6 years. So yeah,
Shit.
that's a whole high school
That has been long.
lifetime.
Because I still remember, I was like year 9, and we're like in class, and my mates are like, "Oh fuck, check this out," and we're like cracking.
Now
up.
you're in the clubs watching
And
it.
now in the class watching it. Fucking hell. So like, tell us like how it really started. How did this all come
How
out?
did Cougar Boys start?
Yeah.
So,
Because not many people know about it. They see the finished product.
well, yeah, it didn't go pretty well. Oh, it did all right when we first started, but we did the Harlem Shake. You know, the
Yeah.
Harlem Shake. Everyone was
Yeah,
doing the
yeah,
Harlem
yeah.
Shake back in the day.
That's been ages. That's
Yeah, and now it's the
ages ago,
Kiki
yeah.
Challenge.
Yeah.
So we did the Harlem Shake down at Mission Bay, and got like 100 views, and we were like, oh
Shit.
damn, yo, we're the most viral thing to hit in New Zealand. So yeah, we got 100 views, and we're just like, bro, we got to keep going, man. This
Yeah.
is it. We found like what's our future? What's gonna make us some money? And so from there, we were just like, we had all the energy in the world, and I think our next video was I think maybe What Islanders Don't Like,
Yeah.
which did really well as well, and all the radio stations started sharing that.
Mm.
And then the next video after that was the one that hit the big time, which was How to Pick Up Chicks in Auckland. And that was just
That's crack up.
yeah.
How do you guys do it? How do you guys come up with it?
That was just like, I guess all my favorite YouTubers were doing. We tried to do everything that all my favorite YouTubers
Yeah.
were doing. So like interviewing people in town, pickup lines, infusing it all into one. And I was just like, damn, this is like actually fun.
Yeah.
And then once we did that, all the radio stations started sharing it again. Like, let's say My FM, Edge, and that was the last time they ever mentioned us 6 years ago. But that initial support from the beginning definitely made a huge difference. And it was when a radio station shared something or talked about it on the radio, it kind of did really well. So that video, I think, got to 10,000 likes, and that was huge back in the day.
That's pretty big.
And now with the whole like changes on Facebook, it's like we can barely hit 10,000. No one really hits 10,000 anymore.
Yeah.
It's so hard to do that because you have
Really?
to pay, because Facebook wants you to pay now.
Really?
Yeah, the algorithms like change. Not saying I'm blaming it on the algorithm, but
yeah.
I understand that you need to put money in to see the return.
That's interesting. Like you see like a lot of famous like YouTubers and they're getting like so many likes, but then if you check the other like content, it doesn't get that many likes.
Yeah, like it varies. Like I'd say Facebook was our go-to. We'd start there and we'd post something there, and it would do always really well. And then we'd just maybe put on Instagram, hey, it's going up there.
Yeah.
And on YouTube, we'd put it up there, and no one would view it. But now it's totally flipped, where on Instagram, that's like our main platform,
Yeah.
and then YouTube's our second platform.
Yeah.
Facebook's like kind of gone in the dust, and it's back in the day when, do you remember like SoFlo and all those
Yeah.
random like Facebook pages that used to share stuff?
Yeah.
It was from them abusing it and posting every 10 seconds
Yeah.
and going viral every 10 seconds. Did Facebook say, okay, then you guys need to put money in now to go viral?
Like what Lad Bible does that as well. Like
Yeah,
to an
I
extent.
remember them.
Yeah.
Unilad, is it
Yeah,
Unilad?
Unilad.
Lad Bible?
But I think they're still around.
Yeah, so
They're not as like popular.
So like I'd say for like every 1 out of 20 videos would go viral for them now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But they just produce so much.
I know.
Like it's I swear it's every 10 minutes they're producing something.
Yeah,
And it's all right. Like I don't think it's the quality is like as it was back in the day.
yeah, it's changed. Like
Yeah.
like long form content, like the stuff that we were bringing out, the 6-minute videos. Now people are wanting to see like quick 10-second, 20-second videos because they don't have time, you know. So even
Yeah.
our attention spans are like changed in the last 6 years, which has been interesting.
You reckon?
Yeah.
What do you
Think
reckon?
about it. Like when you're on Instagram, do you scroll, or do you like read everything that's there?
Yeah,
or
that
are
is
you
true.
just like,
It
boom?
depends though. It depends who it is.
Mm.
And like but majority I just be like, oh, let's just scroll it.
Yeah,
Like,
me too.
Yeah.
Exactly the same.
But it's interesting like how like this new platforms come about. You know, like 10 years like ago.
Yeah. It was nothing.
Yeah, it was nothing. There was
Yeah.
nothing there. But now it's such a, powerful tool.
Yeah.
Like, if you think about it, you're reaching so many people. You're reaching hundreds of thousands of people with a click of a button.
Yeah, you can't, like, the numbers that we have, you can never, like, put it into perspective how much it really is.
Yeah.
I remember one time, and that doesn't necessarily mean that's the amount of followers that actually follow you. You could have some random robots following you, so
Yeah.
or like old ghost accounts. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, you never. I could never picture how many people like follow you, or how many people actually like engage or like your content.
Yeah.
It is quite crazy. I always am pretty humbled by like the
Mm.
amount of people that follow us and that like our stuff, which
Yeah.
is awesome.
Do you reckon that's true? Like, I've heard like a lot of stories there's like these factories in China where they have a lot of the smartphones, and if you can pay them,
I've never heard this.
You can pay them to get you likes or views
Yeah,
on like YouTube, and
that's,
like on mass, like
that's definitely true. Like
getting like millions.
there was. Do you guys remember Bebo? Do you remember Bebo?
Yeah, Vivo.
There was
the skins.
there was a bot thing, and I remember doing it for Bebo. No, I've never done it for Cougar Boys, but you could up your profile views.
Yeah.
Do you remember profile views?
Yeah.
That was the thing.
Yeah.
And you could literally enter how many views you wanted, and in this random website. And I did it. I was like, I want 10,000 views on my profile, but you'd have to leave it loading overnight. And what I think it would do would just refresh your page 10,000 times.
Yeah.
Over the space of like 8 hours.
Yeah.
So like people, I reckon there's so many easy ways to do it, right?
Yeah. I think like I think it was J. Cole that was rapping about it, and he was saying that those little guys.
That's a
do
recent song, eh?
Real middle child, and I was like, "Fuck, that is true."
Yeah.
Like these guys, like I think they can't like for a certain type of person, like they like it, but it gets millions in a space of days.
Oh, he was talking about the Spotify clicks and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Spotify clicks, and also like YouTube as well.
Yeah.
Like the views are like, in a way, it makes you think like, do you like people that do go that route? Do you really want to go that route? Is it real likes and real views?
Nah. See, that's what a lot of people who start out they're so fixated on like the views and the numbers, which can be real toxic, because if you don't get that number, then you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
So I think for me, we used to, like back in the day, like Cougar Boys would post a video and it'd always get 10,000 likes. That was like our thing. And then if it didn't get 10,000 likes, we're like, oh, we didn't do a good
like
job.
Expectations. Like
Yeah, it was always that. It was like, there was no other reason. The video just wasn't that great today. And I was like, oh, okay. So then we'd just keep doing it, and we'd always try to get that 10,000 likes. And then suddenly the algorithm changed, and we were averaging like below 1,000 likes, and I was like, come on, it's the same video. we literally posted like the same style of content, but
and your followers are growing as well.
they're growing, and we're getting like 1,000 likes, and I was like, oh, okay. And that just gets you in like a real negative mindset.
Yeah.
And like, you shouldn't be worried about that stuff.
But it's interesting, eh? Like now, like the likes and the followers, like a lot of people live for them.
Yeah. I actually, man.
It's very weird.
It's so
like,
bad.
10 years ago, like if you told someone that a person that lives across the world that liked your page or something mattered so much, you'd be like, you're crazy. But now it's like, it's reality. It's the truth. Like, a lot of people take that as like, I know a lot of people, if they don't get a certain amount of likes in the first hour, they'll delete it because it won't match the, how much likes they're getting on and on. Yeah. Which is weird. Which is really
I
weird.
actually had a conversation with a friend who said, he's so calculated. He posts a photo and he goes, okay, it's been 2 hours. It should have this many likes. And if it doesn't, then he'll delete it. And I was just like, come on, man. You can't. Because he's like, if it doesn't get that many likes over an hour, then it won't get this many likes over its full lifetime. And I'm like, shut the hell up, bro.
Bro, that's right.
You can delete Instagram.
Yeah.
And he was just so calculated. And then, doing that just puts you in a negative mindset. Because if you don't get the numbers you want, you're not happy.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to do, like, the content that I'm trying to put out now is just more about fulfillment. If it makes me happy and I feel creative doing it, then, it's just a lot better. So I recently finished a vlog that I shot 2 years ago. Yeah. But the reason why I didn't get to it was because it was just so much content. It's when I went to Tahiti and Bora Bora.
True.
Yeah, so I went there, and we got so much content, but I was just like, oh, this is just too much. I can't be bothered going through it. So now I'm finally like going through it. And it feels good to finally.
Yeah. Tell us about that, like, because you're traveling, like you're doing, because your own personal like YouTube channel. Yeah. Like, tell us about that. How is that going?
So for 3 years and a half, I was a flight attendant for Qantas. Okay. And that's what kind of got me in the whole travel, got me on the travel bug and stuff. Actually, my ex got me into it. So my ex was a flight attendant. I was a bum. And I was doing like the whole Cougar Boy stuff. Yeah. And then she was like, oh, you should come fly with me. And I was like, oh, okay. Applied for the job. And then I was like, oh, I never thought I'd be a flight attendant. Yeah. Got the job and I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. Yeah. First trip was Dubai, bro. Like went to Dubai on my first day at work. And that was crazy. I was like, okay, I'm hooked. Yeah. And that's when my Instagram started changing to like becoming a whole like travel niche. And I guess where that got me was I got to work with a lot of travel brand. I got to travel to places for free. For example, Tahiti and Bora Bora. Sure. I went there twice. Yeah. So the first time 2 years ago, and the second time last year. The second time was actually with Tahiti Tourism. So yeah. Sorry, I'm confusing you a bit. But the first time we worked with a few hotels, and we paid for our own flights. Yeah. Messaged all these hotels and we're like, hey, can we stay at your hotels? We'll get you guys some professional content and do some sponsored content. And we'll fly ourselves over. But because I was a flight attendant, it was cheap. So we leveraged that. And then the next year, TD Tourism saw what we did and they were like, hey man, we love what you guys did. We know you guys have a New Zealand audience. If we sponsor you guys for a week, can you guys do the same thing? And we're like, hell yeah, bring us over. Yeah.
Was this you or was it the crew?
Oh, so me and Ben. Ben is a good friend of mine, and he is now working for like the top dog of travel companies, Beautiful Destinations, which is like an Instagram account which has 20 million followers, and he recently got the job like 2 weeks ago. Yeah. Yeah. So he's
pretty powerful stuff, eh? Like the way you could like influence on Instagram, you know, it's such a powerful tool, especially a marketing tool. Yeah. Like how have you like gotten into that, and what are the skills have you had to learn along the way?
Oh, I was lucky enough to, I'm not saying that my uni degree taught me everything, but I did marketing in uni, so that definitely helped with, I guess, understanding consumers or how people behave and how people react or how to act on social media. Yeah. So that definitely helped me with just strategies that I've used. There's always strategies and like ways that I've always marketed the Cougar Boys just across all the platforms, and how to more social media marketing. Kind of learned that. You learn all that stuff off YouTube. All the video editing I've learned off YouTube. Like you can learn literally everything off YouTube. That's
pretty cool, eh? Yeah. Like anything.
Yeah. You learned anything?
Yeah.
What have you learned?
I'm learning like programming.
Yeah, programming.
Like software programming. Just going on YouTube, but like, you know, a project I want to do. Like let's say now I'm trying to like program a to-do list, like an app.
And you're trying to create
like
one?
Cool. Create one. Like
I love to-do list.
And then like it just shows you from like 0 to like the whole like step, and like it's cool. Like each step, and you're like, oh, how do they do it? And then if you're like confused, you can do another YouTube, like, oh, how do they do this? Absolutely. And you're learning like so much.
See, and then there's that the grey area that you can't find things for, and I feel like that's the stuff that you need to create for. You know, like once you're like, oh, actually, I don't know how to do this. Yeah. So you figured out part 1, part 2 you can't figure out, and that's where I think we should like create something for that.
That's interesting, eh? Like finding that hole.
Yeah, there's always because there's always going to be someone else that can relate. Always.
That is true. It's like your problems are never your own problems.
I would love to start doing like how to or educational stuff. Yeah. Because that's what the platform. I forget what it is, but there's 3 things on social media. It's either education, entertainment, or one other, but I can't think of it. And if you don't have either of those 3 things, then you're giving no value at all to your audience. True. We'll try to think of the 3rd thing, but it's important.
That's interesting, eh? But like for people that want to like start off, like, you know, going into the whole influencer, like entertainment, what would you recommend? What advice would you give?
I'd say if your intentions are just to be an influencer, it's probably not gonna
Yeah.
work out, because then like what do you want out of it? You want the fame.
Yeah.
Why do you want the fame? Are you like not getting enough attention?
Yeah.
You know, like what's
Mm.
for us? It was just fun, man. I think the main intention for it was four group of guys, like best friends from high school,
Yeah.
that wanted to hang out more.
Yeah.
But like, you know, you can't just like in New Zealand, people hang out with. We just drink on the weekends,
Yeah.
and that's what we were doing. We were drinking on the weekends. We're like, come on, man, let's try to do something else.
Yeah.
It's like more creative, more fun. And I really loved YouTube at the time, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna buy this camera.
Yeah.
It's gonna cost me $600.
Yeah.
You guys aren't paying for it, but we gotta hang out and
Yeah.
like keep shooting.
Yeah.
So that's our intentions were just to hang out more, and
Yeah.
and then we posted a video, and actually the video that we did post was on our personal Facebook page. It wasn't on a YouTube. We didn't like intend to be YouTubers,
Yeah.
but people were saying, hey, put it on YouTube. You know, if you're doing something so well, people will like,
Gravitate towards it.
gravitate towards
That's
it.
pretty cool, because like a lot of the things I've seen on like Facebook, YouTube, it started off like for fun, like
Yeah,
for like, you know, Johnny Two of Us shit, like
Yep.
he's just doing it for fun, and like a lot of people love that. They don't like people that have like sort of an edge, or they want.
I'm actually meeting with him after this.
Oh, true.
yeah,
Crazy.
he's awesome.
Yeah. So like that's pretty cool, like how just doing it for fun, just doing it for the kick of it.
Yeah.
Can like people are sort of attracted to that, rather than someone that's calculated, someone that has an edge, or you know, I'm not saying it's
Yeah.
wrong to be strategic,
Yeah.
but I'm saying if that's all you are, like
Yeah, but yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. It isn't wrong to be strategic, but I guess there are ways to start off, and I guess if you want to work with brands, like not heavily promote them, but like it's kind of hard to. Yeah, because there are like so many young people. I'd say like Instagram fashion influencers,
Yeah.
or you know, people who are trying to be big, or
yeah.
it's such a hard space to start off in. But
Do you think it's saturated? Like there's so many, because you can't vet how much followers you can give, like you know, to click the followers or followers you get. Like, do you think there's like how do I say, there's no scarcity?
Do you feel like there's so many? I don't feel like there's a lot of big, like YouTubers that are similar to us. Like I'd say, Cougar
Not
Boys.
you guys, yeah.
Yeah.
But like I think in general, like let's say the fashion
Yeah.
stream.
Yeah,
So
I
many.
think there's a lot. I obviously don't know that space,
Yeah.
but I feel like there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
And then like it's hard because what are you doing in that fashion thing? What are you just flexing on your followers that you know how to dress?
Yeah.
Like always, I try to always give value back with anything I post, and that's
Yeah.
why I don't post. I try not to post too much because I'm like, what is this doing? It's like it's just showing off you're in another country now,
Yeah.
or like you're just showing off that you're doing this. Like
Mm.
maybe talk about your experience there and all that stuff. Like it gets
Like
a bit
sharing something,
yeah.
something of value. That's why I think like the Cougar Boys, what they're doing is like they're bringing like 30 seconds or a minute of happiness, like of real laughter to someone's day.
Yeah,
You know, and that's powerful. Like if someone's having a bad day and they're coming home, they're in the couch, they're like, "Oh fuck, that's crack up."
yeah, that's the coolest comments. Like
Yeah.
when someone says, "Hey, I'm having a bad day," or when I do have a bad day, I
Yeah.
like to go and watch your videos,
Mm.
which is like the nicest thing to read. Like, you know, if I'm ever down, I'm like, oh, maybe I'll go read some Cougar Boy comments,
Yeah.
and that will pick me back up, or
Yeah.
know that I'm going on the right path. Like,
That's what like. That's why I wanted to have you on the show.
Yeah.
It's like because you guys have like a real cool impact on like whether like you realize about it's such a cool impact, like a positive impact that you guys are having. Like I think how many followers on Facebook you guys have now?
It's around 450.
450. Yeah.
450.
450. Like let's even bring that down. Like 300,000 people. Like if really watching your content, that's a lot.
No, it's huge, man, and so grateful to have like all those numbers watching, and it's always been like it's like watching that grow was just like an amazing thing. I was just like, wow, and like I thought we peaked at like 10,000. When it got to 10,000, like, cool,
Real.
yo, this is we made it.
Wiggle.
That's the whole of New Zealand. Oh man.
Has there been any like tough times like throughout the Cougar Boys like journey,
I mean, like
dips and like whatever?
for the first 4 years, I was editing all this stuff for free, man. We didn't get paid a single thing.
Shit.
I'd like like working a normal job, or like
Yeah.
I wouldn't be at work. I'd be just editing that for fun.
Yeah.
Like I didn't have intention to make money, but I thought like maybe this would somehow make money. Like
Yeah.
even in uni, like I'd be
Mm.
editing, like during the lectures, when I was a flight attendant, I would land in a country, be so tired from working on the flight for
Yeah.
like the last 18 hours, and I'll just get in and edit. Like it was just like something I love doing.
Mm.
Like I love creating. I love like just like making all these stories, and that was probably like hard first 3-4 years not making a dime from it. There was
Yeah.
made like a little, like maybe $100 here and there,
Yeah.
for something that you're doing for 4 years you'd expect to
Yeah.
make more. So
That is true. It's like the process of
yeah,
really, making something like even financially, like supporting yourself. Like
yeah.
it takes a long time. Like
But then that's
Mm.
why it was like awesome, because it was never about the money. It was
Mm.
just like to like make our audience laugh, or just just keep creating. That was the fun part. And then now there was that 1 year of just like trying to not rebrand, but trying to think about, okay, what's the next move, or how do we work with these brands, or how do we like make money from this. So it's been a year trying to learn it, or understand, because we had the followers but we didn't know what to do. Like we didn't, like we got offered like $1,000 from a brand, which like, damn, that this again, we made it, we're millionaires. And I just spent a whole year like learning it, and then from that year I was like, okay, I think I understand it now.
yeah.
I'm gonna throw myself in the deep end, and now currently that's kind of what I'm doing full time.
Yep.
So social media campaigns, working on that with brands.
Yeah.
And we have an agency who finds us all the work.
Right.
So they find us all the work, we say yes or no, and we help them create, or we work on that idea.
Yep.
And I do that for Cougar Boys. I do that for my own personal brand, Torell.
Mm.
And then on the side, I'll do like weddings or photos.
Yeah.
So I like doing that stuff as well.
True. And how do you like now? Do you guys how do you guys come up with your skits, or come up with the ideas you guys are? sharing?
I guess it's still the same, just writing my notes like on my
Yeah.
phone. I write it
Yeah.
in my notes, tell the boys, I'll be like, hey guys, this is my idea.
Mm.
Bring like this and this, like maybe you'll need like 3 pairs of change, like
Yeah.
clothes, because we'll do 3 different scenes. And then get to the boys will show up late.
Yeah.
Normally they'll show up late to my house, but that's okay, because I'm like not really prepared by then.
Yeah.
Get there, we discuss the ideas. I'm like, okay boys, this is the ideas, and then they'll say, okay, this is what I'm going to say on that scene, this is what I'm going to do on this
Yeah.
scene. So yeah, it's definitely like a team thing. We
Mm.
we definitely work on that, and we like half-ass it, like shoot random, and we're like, oh yeah, that's good enough, and I'm like, no, it's not, and they're like, yeah, it is, hurry up, next one. And I'm like, oh, like it's such a like it's not like a high level production thing. It's
Mm.
like it's the boys, the
Yeah.
boys and how we shoot it. And people
But I
have
think
said that.
that's how I think that's the power of it as well, because it's not
Yeah.
a high level.
Yeah.
People can relate to
Yeah.
it
We-
because it's in your house and like out in the like public where
Yeah.
most people go. It's relatable.
We've shot down the street. I'm not
Yeah.
going to say what street this is, but we've shot like on that corner.
Yeah.
It was a kissing scene between 2 guys, but I remember it, and it was like 4 years ago that video.
Yeah.
It's probably my worst video. I think I deleted it, but someone said it was your favorite, like their favorite video. Bring it back, and I was like, okay, I'll put it
Yeah.
back. But yeah, it's in crazy times, and even we had an actor, like a proper actor who's like on TV
Yeah.
that we had to work with on a campaign, and he was just like laughing at our style.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't laughing, mocking us, but he was
Yeah.
like laughing. He was like, this is crazy how you guys do it.
Yeah.
And we had these donuts that we were eating like for the scene, and he goes, are you guys actually eating it? I was like, what do you mean? He goes, you're not supposed to eat food like for like, for
Yeah.
the extra takes that you're
Yeah,
taking.
yeah,
The food needs to look the same,
yeah.
but we're just like chomping away. We're eating and
Yeah.
and talking good. And like for the last, I think we need to do like the last scene, we had like 1 donut left.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's like, that's why you're not supposed to eat the food. And we're just
Nah,
like,
that's
man, I
pretty
didn't know
hectic,
that
yeah.
stuff.
How do you guys like form the group? Like, do you guys know each other from school? Like, what's the story
Yeah,
there?
so Cougar Boys is actually a group of 17 boys.
Jeez.
Yeah. So if you...
Only 4 made it, eh?
Yeah. But it's not like that. It was like,
Yeah.
if you go back and watch maybe Types of Rugby, which did really well.
I remember.
Types of
Yeah, that
Rugby,
was
which is
that was
shot
fucking crack-
shot
Elm
down
Park,
at the park down at
yeah.
Elm Park.
Yeah.
There was about 15 of us in that video.
Yeah.
Imagine trying to direct 15 guys.
that'd
Yo,
be
boys,
hard.
come on, like next scene,
Yeah.
and everyone's just rowdy because it's all the boys. We
Yeah.
want to hang out. We're all young. We just want to talk about like, where's the next club, girls, or what's the next thing, or where'd you get that from? So the boys are really like hyped. It's like full, and then I'm just like, oh, can we? And then they're just like, shut up, and I'm like, that like they'll mock me for being serious. That's not the reason why we kind of like became four. The four came from like just, I guess, people who were just showing up. Yeah. Like, because I guess for doing it for like a year.
Like it's busy, like
work, everyone's busy.
Stuff,
everyone's got like their own things, but these were like the boys who were just showing up. Like, and yeah. I'm happy to be here. I wish we could have brought you always want to bring your whole team with you.
Yeah.
Like
that'll be cool. Maybe next time.
Yeah. But Cougar Boys started back in high school.
Yeah.
Because there were so many. I went to Edgewater College.
Yeah.
And there were so many like little like gangs / like crews.
Yeah.
So like there were the chess boys and they like played chess and there was I don't know the Bloods crews and we were like the Cougar Boys. We were in a gang, but like to be in the group. You had to like have an older girl, like the word cougar from Cougar Town. We're like, okay, boys, you want to join like the Scucks crew? You have to have an older chick, and then you can be in the Cougar Boys. And that was how we like all 17 of us. And then we just kept going, and we started shooting these videos. And there'd be always our main four that was always in all the videos, and then like all the other boys would just like jump in and out, in and out, in and out. Yeah. And like you're like texting all these guys, yo, where you seen, and I'm just like, oh, stuff you, man. Yeah. So that was hard breaking off from the boys. We still catch up with all of them here and there, but everyone's like gone off and like it's hard catching up with friends from after high school. I mean, you're straight out of high school.
Yeah, like
you find out who's your real friends, right?
Yeah, because everyone's like gone their own way, really. Yeah, everyone's busy. Everyone, is doing their own thing. It's like if school was cool because like you came first period and then morning tea, you see everyone, and then lunchtime again, and then after school.
What school you didn't?
I went Pack College.
Yeah. I went Pack for 1 year.
Real?
Yeah, and then I went to Edgewater.
How do you like it?
I like Pack.
Yeah,
I like Pack a lot. It was good that I went to Edgewater because at Pack I think I was trying to be someone who I wasn't. I was trying to be like this like little thug. Ooh. Like I thought I was like I was pretty bad. Yeah. I was like spray painting and stuff like. Gee. I was doing other things, but
what do you think? Why do you think so? Like,
I guess maybe a little bit of attention seeking type. And back then we were the only brown kids as well. Yeah. So. We just thought like we could do anything badass, wanted to like just look cool, and then I went to Edgewater and it was like a reality check, and I was like the non-brownest dude there because it was like so like Packering was just like full on like all good just normal school, and then Edgewater was just like decile 2, decile 3, all brown school, and I'm just like, oh shit, I'm like the whitest dude here. And I got a reality check straight away. It's like, oh, I can't be a gangster. Yeah. Because I'm just going to get a hiding if I do that.
That's interesting, eh? Like how, what I was reading, like certain people, I think there's this sort of study, I'm not sure where, but in America where when you're an African American and you're in a majority white school, you're more inclined to be more let's say, ruthless and do things that are not right behavior. But when you're in a majority black school, like those same students are not likely or not as likely to do that. And the psychologist, they were saying that because they were trying to act out their identity and what people said about their color, which is really interesting. And I think you see that a lot as well.
I'm not African American, but you did explain. You did explain it. Yeah.
If you can transfer, like, I think a lot of people have negative connotations.
Did you have a bad boy phase?
Yeah, I did. I was a real thug in intermediate.
Thugs for life. That's us.
I was real bad. I think I got suspended. Like, I fight.
You got suspended? Yeah. Oh, I ain't that thug. Yeah. That's just you, man.
Yeah, I got I don't know. I think it was like that phase where I'm the man. Like, you're a bit like.
Did you have a car in high school? Huh? You had a car in high school? You look like you had a car in high school.
And I was like
badass.
But then after realizing the top shit and you just get your act together. Fuck, I need to grow up.
Yeah.
And I think everyone goes through that phase. So what's like the goal for you guys now? Like
Goal?
as Cougar boys, as yourself as well. Like
A lot of people ask that, but then they say, do you guys want to be on TV? Or, you know, like, because obviously what we're doing is YouTube.
yeah,
And that definitely translate to going on a bigger screen. But not necessarily now. I feel like YouTube's becoming a lot bigger than TV. I don't watch TV.
100%.
Um,
TV's dying.
yeah.
Like give it another 5-10 years, fuck it's gone.
Yeah.
Like who wants to watch ads now?
No one, like...
You know, YouTube. Like if you pay like let's say $23 a month, like you don't need to watch those ads. Yeah. So what made you guys not like? Because I think we had the previous conversation at the conference. You said you've been offered like TV gigs.
Yeah, we've done...
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like... It's just... I don't watch TV, so I don't have interest in it. I love creating on social media platform, and it's cool because that's where our audience is. That's like our loyal fans who have always watched all our videos and always comment, and you kind of want to stay loyal to that and just keep doing that. But the bigger thing would be to work on bigger campaigns, and another thing that we've been focusing on this year has been more working on things that are issues or problems, or not necessarily problems, but things that are happening in society that are less talked about. So like campaigns for depression, mental health, poverty. We've done maybe like 5 campaigns, which has been 5 more than we've ever done, because we're just trying to give back more to I guess a lot of people that are suffering that we can't, that people aren't really talking about. And as you said, well, as I said, we try to use our platform more now for value. So we do the entertainment, but also now giving back to people who might be suffering.
And how do you like? What do you think about those issues? It's like massive.
Yeah, because it was. I'm always someone that says it's better to just shut your mouth and not talk about things that shouldn't be talked about. But I have a platform, so you should talk about it. Yeah. So that's what we're trying to do, and our audience definitely loves it, and we don't want to be doing it to do it, like just to show, hey, you know, we're being good guys. Please, you know, pay us or whatever. Yeah. We literally want to give back to our audience, because we do read, like, it's some messages we do get is quite sad, and I'm sure that one message relates to 100 people. Yeah. So yeah, it's definitely having a more positive impact and kind of relating. That was one goal for us. Yeah. Like, hey guys, let's do more for our community, or more for our audience that don't have anyone to talk to, or that use YouTube as a platform, because people go on YouTube to talk or get away, or you know, like escapism. So that was one goal, and then I guess another goal would to just do what we're doing, but on a bigger, just do bigger and better stuff, like just keep it entertaining, but make it like more viral. I just want to go like do crazier ideas. Hopefully that will be coming out soon. Just need to plan it out. Yeah. How about for yourself? Like, for myself, I guess lockdown. So I've been doing a lot of like one-off campaigns. I don't really think about 10 years from now. I kind of think from 1 year from now. Kind of lock down a proper ongoing partnership. So I've worked with a lot of brands, which I'm really proud of, but they've been like one-offs. You know, like working with this brand for like a week. And like when you say working with brands, like what do you like? Is it like you create the content? Like, just like basic influencer stuff, taking a photo in front of stuff? Nah. So creating content, and I try to keep the create part like most, like so creative. So I recently did a Bonds campaign. Yeah. And it was Bonds being the sleepwear underwear, which was quite cool because I never work with like anything fashion-y. And that's not out yet. I think it comes out on the weekend, and next week it's still getting approved. Approvals suck, man. Is that on your platform? On my platform. Approvals, man. They so a recent campaign that we're doing with the Cougar boys. It's been 7 weeks. Nothing's been approved. It hasn't been approved. I think because it goes through so many people. They have to like check like how people are gonna react, like what's gonna be the press behind it, all that stuff. So I edit it,
Yeah.
send it to my agent. My agent goes over it and I'm like, there's a few things in there that probably they might find offensive. Edit it again. Goes back to me. Edit it.
Yeah.
Goes through them. They're like, okay, send it off. Send it to the campaign. Then they're like, oh, blah, blah, maybe change this.
Yeah.
Edit it.
Do you reckon that's like, that could stifle the creativity?
It does, man.
Yeah.
Because
you're not like free to just, you know, because you guys are the brand. You guys have like your audience. You know your audience better than, let's say, anyone else.
Yeah.
You know? How would that impact like that?
Well, it definitely stops you from, because everyone knows Cougar Boys. We do like roasting. We roast each other.
Yeah.
And
it's fucking funny.
yeah, so we roast each other, and well, our thing is we try not to be racist, but we be creative about how we diss each other, like you know, and that's the reason why people keep coming back, because we're not saying the same thing. Yeah. You know, we're telling you, hey, like you might be like really short, but we're not going to say you're short. We're going to say, you know, you look like you know, the dwarf off Lord of the Rings or something like that, you know. Yeah. So we always try find funny ways to like mock each other, but obviously brands don't want to affiliate with you know, discrimination or anything that's like hateful. So that's when we have to always think when we're creating the content, is the brand going to appreciate it? Which definitely does limit you. Like, you know, if you're constantly overthinking things, it's not going to help.
Do you think it's like becomes so politically correct now?
It
like
is,
you
man.
have
like,
to live in a certain like literally
everything.
I was talking to one of my mates, and like you can't really do anything without offending someone.
Yeah.
Like you fucking wink at someone, you're offending someone who doesn't like winks. And you shouldn't wink, you know what I mean? It's like it's really like weird.
We shouldn't get into this, but that whole Israel Folau thing, did you see that last night?
I didn't.
Oh my God.
What happened?
It was so bad. I'm not going to say, I won't say my opinion. Yeah. So he posted a photo last night.
The homophobic comment?
Yeah, you know the rugby guy, right?
Yeah, I know. Like has passed.
Yeah, so he said that in the past about homosexuals. Homosexuals. Yeah. But last night he posted homophobes, people who drink, people who have sex before marriage.
Real.
What was the other one? Which I had to Google. Idlers. Do you know what an idler is?
No,
someone who worships someone that's not his god.
Okay.
But yeah, there's that. And it was just a list of 10 people who are going to hell if you don't worship Jesus. So it was a straight, if you don't believe in Jesus and you're this, and this, you're going to hell.
That's really weird.
That was it was Did
like, he actually?
he shared a picture on Instagram.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, so obviously he's like the face of Australian rugby, or one of the big Australian rugby guys, and the main sponsor for Australian rugby is Qantas.
Yeah. They wouldn't like that.
And Qantas is the biggest. We support gays or homosexuals. Yeah. Why do I keep saying homos? Sorry, I'm not saying homos.
Yeah, I know.
Because I'm saying homos because I don't know how to say the long word homosexuals. Yeah. But they support. They're the biggest supporters of homosexuality in the whole, like any brand, and they're the biggest billionaire
like the Pride
company.
Parade and stuff. Yeah.
So, like they're conflicting, and the other issue that they had was some of the Wallaby players were liking his post, thinking that they support. You know what he's saying. So bad, right? That's going viral right now.
I don't know why you would do that though. Like,
well, everyone's allowed their own opinion. Yeah, but you just maybe shouldn't voice it on social media.
No, but also like when you are that big of a figure, I'm not just saying you have to like confine a certain way, but like, you know, I think you'd understand that some people are going to be offended. Yeah, they're going to be offended. They live in a different way.
But not in his head. He doesn't think that. In his head, he thinks, you know, this. Like, you know, he...
Like the right way to go about things.
Everyone has their own right way of how they think life should be. And that's obviously, he's very, very strong-minded.
So he said drinking as well.
Yeah, drinking.
I'm sure, like, his friends, like, in the Wallabies, I'm 100% sure some of them do, like...
I feel like I was tipsy when I was reading it.
Like... That's like, you know, that's another level.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, like level. Obviously a lot of people are taking the piss. And you literally scroll down his feed and there's like all the biggest Australian stars writing like comments and stuff saying, "Oh man, I'm going to hell. I'm going to cartwheel into hell." And then like all these things, I'm like, "Oh, this is like obviously not good." But yeah, again, it's just a lot of people saying, "Not this guy again."
Yeah.
Not again, you know.
Like again, referring to the point, such a powerful
Very
platform.
powerful. And
Powerful
there's a lot of
platform.
people that support him, which they're allowed to as well. But
Yeah.
it's crazy to know, even with the whole like, actually forget about that. Forget about what I was going to talk about. But like everyone's allowed their own opinion, but I guess people should think about what they're going to post on social media and the impact that it might have. Because saying someone will go to hell just puts that has a negative thing on me. Like maybe like not me personally, but if I'm reading this, I'm like, oh shit, I'm drinking. I'm a bad person now.
Yeah.
You made me feel terrible.
Yeah. That's interesting, It's like, that's really weird. Like, I wouldn't expect someone like, you know.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a like closed-mindedness as well, like to see life in a certain way and to maybe force that belief as well. Like I think, you know, I'm a Muslim and like there's like stuff that's prohibited in our religion, but I don't really like. I wouldn't care like if you do, you know, everyone's
allowed to do their own thing.
Everyone's allowed to do their own thing, and like I think there's that point where you're forced, like when someone's forcing their belief on you, like it's just like a massive like no.
Yeah.
Like everyone should have the right, and that's another like debate as well. Should people have a right to voice their opinion, if it's a negative opinion?
Well, it's negative to us.
Negative
so
to
then,
us as well.
Yeah. So.
Well, let's say someone that hates Muslims. You know, someone that hates Muslims. Should they be allowed to voice their opinion on social media to create another following?
I think anything that could definitely go towards hate speech. It shouldn't be. It should be thought about how it's posted. People can post what they want, but if it's going to be, I don't know, it's such a hard topic.
Yeah, because now they're actually thinking like rules and regulations. Like,
they
actually want to like.
It needs to be. There isn't any rules on social media, but they're getting better and better about what they post. But like hate speech, definitely no. If it's hate or something so negative that's making everyone upset, definitely no.
But then again, like there's always going to be people that support it, and you know, even if it's like hated by so many, some people are still going to support it. Is their right to support it? Do you still want to suppress?
Maybe if it's like 70-30.
Yeah.
Right? if we
like
could,
a ratio.
If Instagram like looks through and they're, okay, it's 70-30, we'll leave it up, you know? Yeah. But if it's 50-50, hell no. No,
Yeah.
I don't, that's a hard one, eh? That's so hard.
No, it's interesting, like, fuck, it's a real interesting place we're at right now.
And that's something that the Cougar Boys and myself have never done. Like, if it's something that, which it's a good and bad thing. I just try to stray away from it. Like I have a following, but I don't want to use it to voice my opinions on something. It's always It's always something neutral.
Yeah.
Like, hey guys, take care. If you know, this is, just be careful or mindful of what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because saying if you're for it or if you're against it, there's always going to be a backlash.
Yeah.
If you're working with a brand and you've got a campaign coming up, they're gonna drop you because
But then that like poses a question. It's like to the other extreme of not being able to say anything because you're gonna be offending someone.
I know.
You know what I mean? Like I swear on this podcast. Some people don't like people swearing. Should I not swear?
I mean,
you get what I mean?
I mean, it's your podcast. You can do what you want.
Exactly. Like I think the point I'm trying to make is like when is that limit as to what you can say and what you can't say? You know, obviously hate speech, like no way. But like, what can you say that might offend some people, but do you still say that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's so hard, man. Like,
yeah.
Like, I'd say you can't talk about everything on social media.
Yeah.
Well, you shouldn't, but a lot of people do.
But because let's say, you know, the 13 Reasons Why that series.
Yeah.
Schools like send an email. Heaps of schools sent emails that said this shouldn't be talked about, or this shouldn't be talked about the way it is.
Did you know we did a parody on that?
Really?
Yeah.
No, how was it?
Yeah, no, it's actually one of our really good videos.
Yeah.
And I know what you're thinking. You're like, you did a parody on that?
Yeah, like what was
So we did a parody on
Yeah.
that. I watched it and I was like so sad, but I thought like I wanted to twist it a bit.
Yeah.
And what we did was we made it funny.
Mm.
It was a funny video, and then at the end of it, we talked about the meaning behind it. So we created we shot the whole thing around here, like this whole street, like we not this street but the next street over. We shot everything. It was just at the local dairy, and we shot this. I scripted it out to make sure it was fine. I sent the script over to a friend and I was like, hey, what do you think? Is this, if you find anything offensive? And they're like, no, it's fine, it's funny, it's hilarious. And also with all my content, it always goes through my family, like not like for approvals, but I'm like, Mum, what do you reckon? Or to my cousin or my girlfriend, I'm like, what do you reckon? Is it funny? They're like, oh. And then I'll always watch their behavior, like they'll be watching, and then they might like look down and I'm like, okay, that's boring.
Like
that part's boring. Yeah, I always like just read their stuff, and then I'll always change it after. And also when they're watching it, I get a second look. But then at the end of this 13 Reasons Why video, we did a suicide awareness like little speech, which was our first time talking like that to the camera. So that was I was really happy with how it came out, and it got a lot of eyes looking, and they said they loved the video, and they also loved the message. So that was really cool. But that 13 Reasons Why, being in high school, and that happening, oh man. And then, did you watch part 2 of 13 Reasons Why? Hell no, did I watch that?
Man, that's fucked.
That just makes you upset. Like, it's going to a horror movie and expecting to get scared. I don't want to like be made sad watching that.
But to be honest, like, I think I learned a lot as well from it. Like, personally, like when I was watching it, I started like reflecting on my own actions. Like, you know, how am I acting? Like, am I saying things that is like really like borderline like bullying, or you know, do people that I'm, you know, like it's, you sort of like introspectively look at yourself. You're like, oh, like, can I be better? Like, because you become more aware, and you realize the consequence of just saying stuff. Like, you know, like you might think it's a joke, but some people really take it to heart. Yeah,
damn. Yeah, that is true. And for 13 Reasons Why to have that effect on you is powerful. Like, that's more powerful than anything, to change your behavior and the way you think.
100%. Like, I think it was pretty powerful. Some people might have a different opinion. Some people might think it was pretty extreme. But I think it's a reality.
And it's crazy that you had Netflix in high school. I never had that stuff.
Real? Yeah, I know.
Did everyone watch Netflix in high school?
Yeah, I think everyone does.
And oh man, times have changed. Like, even does everyone have like in your last year of high school, did everyone have like phones?
Yeah.
Like at lunchtime? Everyone?
Yeah.
Everyone walks around with phones?
98%.
Really?
I'd say so. Like,
and what's the rules on phones at school? I feel like
so
old.
More stricter, eh? I think they're becoming a lot more stricter. I went to one school
McLean's.
Recently. No, I didn't go there, but I was doing this project. And
you went McLean's though, right?
No, I went Pack.
Where did I hear McLean's from? My bad.
So I went there, and they said that a lot of people at lunchtimes, they're not talking to each other. So they're banning phones during lunchtimes and during classes, which is a big statement. I think that is true.
That needs to be banned. Because back in high school, we had phones, but not the way we do now.
Yeah. Nokia.
Like if you had an iPhone, bro, you're like rich as. But we had like, there was the cool kids who were on their phones, and there was like 6 of them, and they just used to be on their phones and not talking to each other, and they'd just sit there on the field, and everyone would just be playing rugby. You'd walk past them, you'd always know that they're there.
Yeah.
But they're the most unsocial cool kids.
Yeah.
On their phones.
Yeah, that's like. That's a big problem as well.
And then everyone else was playing. Everyone was playing. Everyone was playing, and they were unsocial kids. And I was like, come on. And now I'm imagining everyone is those
so
kids.
like last year, especially in the junior years, because like everyone brings their digital devices like laptops, iPads, and you'd go through some corridors where everyone's on their laptop gaming, not talking to each other.
You guys game at school now?
They game, yeah.
Fortnite. Oh well, was Fortnite big?
If they have like a VPN, they would.
Oh yeah.
But they wouldn't talk. Like they'd game, and like sometimes I'd go sit there, like, yo, what's up, bro? Like, how's it going?
Yeah.
And they'd like shut off. They're like hardcore gaming. But then you like realize like you're only at school for 4 years, and I think the powerful tool that school can teach you is social skills.
Unless you get suspended like you.
Yeah, that's true. But that's pretty, like, I don't know. Times change, man. Like it's pretty interesting, and like, I don't know. It's a
gaming, damn. When I was in high school, we'd like jump onto proxy websites and play like these stupid ass
mini clip and stuff.
mini clip.
Yeah, fuck, I
like
love
2D games. And
That's coming about.
I miss mini clip. I might go play after this. Yeah.
All right, Torell. Thank you for coming.
Cool.
On
No,
the show,
thanks for
man.
having me.
This has been a pretty dope conversation, bro. Really love
that
it.
went
bro.
by fast. I reckon it wasn't a fast time,
I
but
know.
I don't know what time we started, but that's crazy. That was fun, man.
Jeez, man. Appreciate it. Thank you, bro.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks, brother.